No skin in the game, no voice in the room. That's the arena's law. Without the stake is the cheapest currency. Running the critique from the removed is the most comfortable coming of the word without the consequence of the wrong. The skin in the game changes every note of the song. The person with the consequence attached to the position speaks with the different weight, the person with the mission. Protecting the actual investment of the actual attempt. Skin in the game, the arena's most relevant. I used to offer the opinion from the safely removed position. Game. The arena demands the admission. Skin in the game, something at risk in the actual. Skin in the game, the consequence is factual. When the wrong lands on the person who declared. Skin in the game, the arena is the shared territory of the actual rest. Skin in the game, that's the prerequisite. Voices in the room by the stake. Separated the opinion by the consequence at stake for the speaker. If the opinion turned out wrong, found the ones with skin in the game had a different song. More cautious in the claim, more specific in the red. Less willing to the confident pronouncement that the freed observer makes from the no consequence position. Skin in the game, that's the arena's admission. I used to offer the opinion from the safely removed position. The critics have the overview and the unbloodied hands. The critics have the angle and the clarity of the remove. The critics have the verdict without any of the proof. By the doing, I have the dust, I have the sweat, I have the accumulated evidence of every failed set and the continued anyway. I have the in the arena address the critics of the comments section. I have the yes. I used to hear the critic from the stands and let it find the way in the arena. The critic doesn't get to arbitrate. Was worth the scene in the arena. That's the only place I've ever been that matters. That's the address in the arena. That's the test. The one who's never in the arena never fails in public, never has the face marred by the effort and the cubic volume of the cost of the attempt. Never knows the specific loneliness of the person who still goes back into the arena after the arena's taken something. The one who's never in the arena keeps on commenting from the comfort of the never. Try to never risk the scene in the arena. That's the only place I've ever been. Stay the critic from the stands and let it find a way in the arena. puts you on the floor with regular precision. The arena is not shy about delivering the decision of the outcome against the attempt. The arena hits hard and specific, and the dust collects and it sits on the face that had the confidence before the floor. Found out what confidence looks like after the score. Goes against the person in the public light. Rise again, that's the arena second fight. I used to think the falling was the end of the arena story. Rise again, the getting up is the arena's glory. Rise again, from the arena floor. Rise again, the dust is not the door out of the arena, it's the temporary entrance. Rise again, the arena's highest test is not the falling, it's the rising. Rise again, that's the enterprising. The arena counts the rises, not the falls in the long record. The arena's most respected ones are the most floored and risen persons in the history of the floor. Not the most successful, the most getting up for more. After the floor, the ones who've seen the dust closest and returned regardless. The ones who chose the grossest risk of the return after the public fall. Rise again, that's the arena's call. I used to think the falling was the end of the arena story. Rise again, the getting up is the arena's glory. Rise again, from the arena floor. Rise again, the dust is not the door out of the arena, it's the temporary entrance. Rise again, the arena's highest test is not the falling, it's the rising. Rise again, that's the enterprising. Rise, rise again, dust is temporary, rising is the time. The arena requires the face, not the anonymous. Show your face. The anonymous opinion is the cheapest form of the comment. The faceless critique costs nothing to the commentant who delivers it without the consequence of identification. The arena requires the face, requires the station of the named and the visible and the recognizable. The arena says bring your actual face, the viable version of the person willing to be seen trying. Show your face, that's the arena's identifying. I used to want the option of the withdrawal if things went wrong. Show your face. The arena requires the all along. Show your face. The arena needs to see who's trying. Show your face. The arena needs to see the flying and the falling with the name attached to both. Show your face. The arena is the oath of the visible commitment. Show your face. The arena's requirement. The arena's gift is exactly the vulnerability of the shown face, the recognizable ability to be identified as the one who tried and didn't, versus the anonymous who comments and then isn't found when the comment ages poorly with the actual. Show your face. The arena's most factual demand is the presence of the identified. Show your face in the arena. Step inside. I used to want the option of the withdrawal if things went wrong. Show your face. The arena requires the all along. Show your face. The arena needs to see who's trying. Show your face. The arena needs to see the Not the timid soul, not the one who neither knows victory nor defeat, daring greatly. The timid soul knows neither victory nor defeat's claim. The timid soul lives in the safety of the never in the game. Never knows the specific flavor of the public fall. Never knows the specific triumph of the answer call against the act with witnesses and outcome on the line. The timid soul is safe and the safety has a fine print that says you'll never know what you're actually made of. Daring greatly, that's the arena and the trade-off. I used to think the safety of the never tried was wise. Daring greatly, the arena is the prize. Daring greatly, the face marred, the sweat real. Daring greatly, the outcome and the ordeal of the actually tried and the actual stakes. Daring greatly, the arena that it takes everything and gives the knowing. Daring greatly, that's the going. That's the going. The arena gives back what no other environment returns. The specific self-knowledge that the actually tried earns. Through the doing in the open with the consequence in play. Daring greatly is the only honest way to find out what the person in the quiet claims to be is accurate, as real as the actual me, or the comfortable self-description of the untested. Daring greatly, the arena is the invested. I used to think the safety of the never tried was wise. Daring greatly, the arena is the prize. Daring greatly, the face marred, the sweat real. Daring greatly, the outcome and the ordeal of the actually tried and the actual stakes. Daring greatly, the arena that it takes everything and gives the knowing. Daring greatly, that's the going. Daring greatly, face marred, still going, arena. The critic has a seat, I have the floor. We're not in the same building. The critic's seat is comfortable and climate controlled and raised above the dust level. The critic's seat is praised by the critic as the position of the honest assessment. But the critic's seat has never felt the praise. Weight of the actual against the specific attempt. The critic's seat has never been in the exam. From comfort territory of the arena floor, the critic's seat gives commentary, mine gives more. I used to seek the approval of the critic's comfortable seat. The critic's seat is not the floor. The floor is where I meet. The critic's seat is not the arena, not the floor. The critic's seat observes what it has never been before. And the arena dust never had the face against the ground. The critic's seat is not the source of any sound worth hearing from the floor. The critic's seat, I don't answer anymore. I don't answer anymore. Yeah, not dismissing the critique that comes from the also tried. The tried and failed and rose again has earned the guide position of the comment. The one who's been the floor and speaks from that experience earns the word more than the one who never entered arena, give the voice to the ones who made the arenas cost their choice. The critic seat without the floor, time has no weight. The critic seat, I walk past it at the gate. I used to seek the approval of the critic's comfortable seat. The critic seat is not the floor. The floor is where I meet. The critic seat is not the arena, not the floor. The critic seat observes what it has never been before. In the arena, dust never had the face against the ground. The critic seat is not the source of any sound worth hearing from the floor. The critic seat, I don't answer anymore. I don't answer anymore. Critics say not the floor. I have the floor. The stands belong to the watchers. The floor is mine. Different territory. The floor has a different gravity than the stands above it. The floor has the weight of the consequence, and above it the eyes of the surrounding that can see the actual. The floor is the most honest and the most factual. Real estate in the arena, the floor is the address of the tried and the failed and tried again and the blessed. The specificity of knowing how the floor feels from the inside. The floor is mine, thus the arena's divide. I used to look up at the stands and want the cleaner view. The floor is mine. The floor is where the actual runs through. The floor is mine. The arena's ground level. The floor is mine. The dust and the dishevel of the actually tried in the actual arena space. The floor is mine. The sweat is on my face. Not in the seats, not in the stands. The floor is mine. That's where I land. The floor's perspective is the only one that knows what the arena actually delivers when the show is not the show, but the actual test of the actual attempt. The floor's perspective is the most honest and exempt from the clean overview of the remove. The floor knows what the arena cost at the granular core of the doing. The floor knows the dust specific weight. The floor is mine. The floor is the estate. I used to look up at the stands and want the cleaner view. The floor is mine. The floor is where the actual runs through. The floor is mine. The arena's ground level. The floor is mine. The dust and the dishevel of the actually tried in the actual arena space. The floor is mine. The sweat is on my face. Not in the seats, not in the stands. The clean and uncontested. The stands have the comfort of the never truly tested. By the having skin in the game, the stands can pivot from the prediction when the outcome doesn't fit it. Without the cost of the pivot, without the public record of the contradiction, the stands are the unchecked word. Set before the dust, before the actual, before the cost. The stands are easy, the arena is what's lost. I used to want the stands, the overview, the remove. The stands are easy. The arena is where I proved. The stands are easy. No skin in the game. The stands are easy. Nothing but the claim of the opinion without the consequence of the wrong. The stands are easy. The arena is where I belong. Not the easy seat. The stands are easy. The arena is the heat. Close the arena over the stands when the stands were available. Chose the skin in the game over the unassailable position of the commenting from the safe remove. Chose the doing when the not doing was an equally valid groove. To occupy the stands were there. The stands were comfortable. The stands were the position of the responsible. Caution of the young critic, I wanted the arena's floor. The stands are easy, the arena asks for more. I used to want the stands, the overview, the remove. The stands are easy. The arena is where I proved. The stands are easy. No skin in the game. The stands are easy. Nothing but the claim of the opinion without the consequence of the wrong. The stands are easy. The arena is where I belong. Not the easy seat. The stands are easy. The arena is the heat. Stands are easy. Arena is where I belong. Filled in front of people. That's the arena's price of entry. Play it. The arena makes the failure visible to the surrounding. Makes them miss a public record without the surrounding comfort of the private. The arena failure lands in front of the witnesses with their eyes and their hands full of the assessment. The arena failure stings differently than the private kind. The arena brings the audience to the falling down. The visible failure is the arena's tuition. The arena sailor. I used to protect the failure from the public eye's review. Visible failure in the arena, that's the dose. Visible failure is the arena's price of admission. Visible failure in the open is the mission of the person who decided that the trying mattered more than the safe and private and the never falling floor of the stands. The arena shows the miss. Visible failure is the point of this. The ones who've never failed visibly have never truly tried. In the arena with the audience beside, the judgment of the actually attempted in real time. The visible failure is the evidence of the climb that left the stands. The visible failure is the proof that something was risked against the comfortable roof of the never ventured. I failed in public and I'll fail again. Visible failure in the arena, that's the way. Used to protect the failure from the public eyes marks. Worth everyone. Came out of the arena with the evidence on the skin. Came out with the map of every round I've ever been in. Every engagement that the arena delivered. Came out carrying the record of the not withered. Despite the taking, the wound is the arena's receipt. They actually attempted. The wound is the concrete evidence of the presence in the actual place. Worth the wound. That's the arena's honest face. I used to want the arena without the wound that it leaves. With the wound is what the arena chased. Worth the wound. The arena's honest invoice. Worth the wound. The scar is the arena's voice saying you were here, you tried, you felt the actual cost. Worth the wound. Nothing genuinely attempted is lost into the nothing. The wound is the proof. Worth the wound. That's the arena's truth. In the arena hasn't been in the arena. The unwounded is the has not seen the actual exchange of the arena in the actual. The wound is the most factual record of the presence. The wound is the credential of the entered and the tried. The wound is the essential proof that the standing at the edge was not the standing. Worth the wound. The arena's on his landing. I used to want the arena without the wound that it leaves. Worth the wound. True. Growth arrives, doesn't ask if anyone's ready. Timeline of the room. Growth doesn't ask permission. Growth arrives in the room, must choose. Growth doesn't ask permission from the people in the space. Growth doesn't ask permission to rearrange the place. Arise when it arrives, and the rearranging is the cost. Growth doesn't ask permission. Some comfort will be lost. Not negotiable. Doesn't ask permission. That's the unmeddaled. Tried to contain the growth to the hours that fit cleanly in the life as it was arranged before I was seen. visible and started changing things, from the growth resistant to the management it brings. The growth outgrew the container I was trying to maintain. Hey, growth doesn't ask permission to exceed the frame. I built for it, grew past the boundaries of the managed plane. Growth doesn't ask permission, that's the cost of the skin. I used to manage the growth to fit the timeline of the room. Growth doesn't ask permission, growth arrives in the room must choose. Growth doesn't ask permission from the people in the space. Growth doesn't ask permission to rearrange the place. Arrives when it arrives, and the rearranging is the cost. Growth doesn't ask permission, some comfort will be lost. Not negotiable, not scheduled. Growth doesn't ask permission, that's the unmet depth. Growth doesn't ask permission. Arrives. Take my time at the bottom, leaving without permission. Sat in the failure long enough to learn what it was made of, long enough to know the texture, know the way, know the shape of every corner of the lowest point I'd ever known. Did the work of understanding, did it quiet, did it alone. But I'm not hanging my address and not building a home. The bottom's where I did the learning, not where I belong. I paid the season, paid the tuition, took the grade. Now I'm walking out of it without a debt left to be paid. I used to think the bottom and I had to earn my leaving. Now I know the leaving is the entire point of the grieving. I don't owe the bottom an apology for leaving. Did my time, took the lesson, kept on breathing. Failure doesn't get a lifetime lease on where I stand. I don't owe the bottom an apology. I stand pain and fall, now I'm moving, done redesigning in the ruin. Pain and fall, now I'm moving, done redesigning in the ruin. Watch the ones who stay down at the bottom long past due. Use the failure as an identity, a reason not to move. I'm not saying skip the processing, the bottom needs its time, but the bottom's a classroom, not a monument to climb. When the lesson's done, the time to go is now. I'm not loyal to the lowest point, I don't know how. Failure built me something I couldn't have built above, but I don't know it anything beyond what it took from. I used to think the bottom and I had to earn my leaving. Now I know the leaving is the entire point of the grieving. I don't owe the bottom an apology for leaving. Did my time, build the pipes. Nobody wants the invisible infrastructure. Everyone swipes toward the visible, the finish, the result without the base. Infrastructure first is the long game's unpopular embrace of the boring preparatory work that nobody sees. The routing of the system underneath the laying of the key. To every door the future version opens down the road. Infrastructure first, that's the long game's code. I used to skip to the results and wonder why the structure failed. Infrastructure first, that's the lesson the long game unveiled. Infrastructure first, the pipes before the walls, the habits before the outcomes, the foundation before the halls of what the finished thing becomes when everything is done. Infrastructure first, that's how the long games run. Not the house, not yet. Infrastructure first, lay the net. Sleep before the output, movement before the desk, recovery before the rep, the routine before the test of the performance, the system before the individual result. Infrastructure first at every level, that's the adult long game. Players approach building the pipes to hold the flow before you try to move the water. Let the infrastructure grow invisible for longer than it's comfortable to wait. Infrastructure first, that's the long game's patient game. I used to skip to the results and wonder why the structure failed. Infrastructure first, that's the lesson the long game unveiled. Infrastructure first, the pipes before the walls, the habits before the outcomes, the foundation before the halls of what the finished thing becomes when everything is done. Infrastructure first, that's how the long games run. Not the house, not yet. Infrastructure first, lay the net. Infrastructure first, pipes before walls. Exactly where I folded, I keep that address. There's a version of that day I replay when I'm getting weak. Walked into the hardest set and let my body speak for me. Quit one rep before the breakthrough, told myself I tried. Called it listening to my limits, really I just lied. Carried that one moment like a scar I wouldn't show. Used it as a compass every time I wanna go slow. Cause the worst part wasn't failing, failing's just a single page. The worst part was the quiet choice to walk off of the stage. I gave that day the power to decide who I would be. Took the power back the moment that I stopped agreeing. Last time I folded, I remember every detail. Use it as the fire, never let the memory fail. Every rep I push right now is paying back that debt. Last time I folded was the last time I won't forget. I carry it like fuel, not shit. I carry it to never fold again. Fold again. Some carry shame like it's a sentence. Dragging through the years, I carry mine like evidence. The proof of why I'm here. Every quitting point I memorized became a marker on the map, showing me exactly where the old me used to snap. Now I walk up to that line and feel it different in my chest. Cause I already know the cost of choosing rest before I'm tested. Last time I folded, built a version standing here today. Not the failure, but the choice I made to never walk away again. That day, the power to decide who I would be. Took the power back the moment that I stopped agreeing. pronunciation they preferred. Every space had a version of the man behind the word that they could work with, that could function in the frame. A slightly different accent on the syllables of the name. Softer here, quieter there, more compliant in the gap between the person they required and the person on the map that I'd drawn for myself in the hours nobody watched. My name in my own voice, not the version that they botched. I was letting the room narrate the name I answer to. My name in my own voice, that's the version that is true. My name in my own voice, not theirs, not the room's version. My name in my own voice is the only true excursion into who I actually am, past all the pronunciations. My name in my own voice, that's the declaration. Not there, edit, not there, read. My name, not there, edit, not there, read. My name, my voice, my speech. Yeah. Practice saying it out loud in the rooms that tried to change it. Practice holding the original while the room tried to arrange it into something more convenient for the shape they needed filled. My name in my own voice, getting louder, getting built into the only pronunciation I intend to answer to. Every room that has a different version, now they're getting through a correction that's delivered quietly and clearly and with weight. My name in my own voice, and that's the record for the straight. I was letting the room narrate the name I answer to. My name in my own voice, that's the version that is true. My name in my own voice, not theirs, not the room's version. My name in my own voice is the only true excursion into who I actually am, past all the pronunciations. My name in my own voice, that's the declaration. Not there, edit, not there, read. My name, not there, edit, not there, read. My name, my voice, my speech. My name, my voice, not the room's. The code with exceptions is not the code. It's a suggestion. The code that bends for the exceptional circumstances, not the code. It's the code's performance of the dance around the difficult. A code that has an exceptions clause is a comfort mechanism wherein the code's applause. The code holds through the exceptional by definition. The exceptional is exactly where the code's commission is most relevant, most required, most tested, and most true. The code has no exceptions clause, it runs the whole through. I used to build the exceptions into the code without noticing. The code has no exceptions clause. The holding is the offering. The code has no exceptions clause. It runs in every weather. The code has no exceptions clause. It holds the whole together. Through the circumstance that wants the exception to apply. The code has no exceptions clause. That's the code's reply to the reasonable argument for the special case. The code in the language of the reasonable. The exceptions always come with the completely seasonable argument for why the situation is the different one. The exceptions always make the strongest case, right? When the run of the code is hardest, that's the feature, not the bug. The code is no exceptions clause. Don't pull the rug of the principle under the case that needs it most. The code has no exceptions clause. That's the host. I used to build the exceptions into the code without noticing. The code has no exceptions clause. The holding is the offering. The code has no exceptions clause. It runs in every weather. The code has no exceptions clause. It holds the whole together. Through the circumstance that wants the exception to apply. The code has no exceptions clause. That's the code's reply to the reasonable argument for the special case. The code has no exceptions clause. The code holds place. No exception clause. Code holds every time. The noise was loud. The code didn't change. Every season brings a louder set of voices with the claim on who I should be, adjusting in the direction of the frame. Loud enough to make the static feel like signal for a while. Loud enough to make me second guess the heading in the mile. I was on the road, I chosen the direction I had said. Then the noise moved on to somebody else and I was still there, yeah. Same heading, same direction, same code underneath the sound. Noise doesn't rewrite the code. The code held the ground. I used to give the noise the power to review what I was built from. Noise doesn't rewrite the code. The code is what I'm built from. Noise doesn't rewrite the code. Noise just fills the air loud for a season and then gone to somewhere else out there. The code was written quieter and the code runs deeper still. Noise doesn't rewrite the code, and the code never will. Bend to the volume of the room. Noise fades, the code remains immune. Bend to the volume of the room. Practice letting noise be noise without promoting it to truth. Practice hearing the volume without mistaking it for proof that the code required revision, that the heading needed change. Every time the noise was loudest was the worst time to rearrange. The fundamental underneath the season's loudest claim. Noise moves on and takes the urgency and leaves the code the same. Now I let the noise perform its cycle loud and then receding. Noise doesn't rewrite the code. The code keeps on proceeding. I used to give the noise the power to review what I was built from. Noise doesn't rewrite the code. The code is what I'm built from. Noise doesn't rewrite the code. Noise just fills the air loud for a season. juice goes in it tonight. That I kept to myself for years. Time, money, age, the fear, the doubt, the borrowed tears. Line them up like soldiers guarding everything I wouldn't try. I gave each one a name and let them justify the why. Tonight I'm digging one hole deep enough to hold them all. Every reason I collected, every door I built a store. Burying the version of me built on alibis and lies. Tonight's the funeral for every reason I disguise. Shovels in my hand, the ground is open, no more storage left. Every old excuse is going under, taking its last breath. One more excuse buried, one less weight to hold. One more reason silence, one more door I close. I dug the grave myself for everything that kept me low. One more excuse buried, watch the dirt fall, watch it go. Choices. Nothing left but moving forward. Used to keep the reason fresh, rotate them out for new. Time ran out so money showed up, then the doubt came through. Always had another waiting in the wings to take the stage. Built a whole career of casting blame instead of turning the page. Not anymore, the casting call is over, curtains down. Every actor in the story gets buried in the ground. What's left when all the reasons go is just the naked truth. The work was always possible, I just needed proof. Shovels in my hand, the ground is open, no more stories left. Every old excuse is going under, taking its last breath. One more excuse buried, one last weight to hold. One more reason silence, one more door I close. I dug the grave myself for everything that kept me low. One more excuse buried, watch the dirt fall, watch it go. Nothing left to blame but choices. Nothing left but moving forward. Why more buried? Nothing left to blame. Same shoes, laced the same way. Empty room. Let's go! Single time, left before the right, double knot, same as the last line. I drew through the morning, same routine without the variation. Same warm up in the same empty room without the celebration of the fact that I'm here, just the fact of being here. Same shoes, same room, same work, same gear. No ceremony, no special context, no occasion. Just the discipline repeating its own quiet calculation. I used to need the moment to feel significant and right. Same shoes, empty room, is significant by